What has made you so successful? Like, if you had to point out top 3, top 2 factors.
Man, that's a hard one because I'm not a regret guy.
30 years of customers.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna shoot that at you. If you go in with a positive attitude and you believe in yourself, then the person that you're talking to, they're gonna believe in you too.
Yeah.
That's how this works.
What would save you the most time? So speaking to the audience, what would save you the most time, or what would have something you would have done a little?
Communication, communication is so big.
All right, everyone, welcome. This is the first podcast here, hopefully first of many. And we are not doing any shortages on the guests today. We have Aundre H here with Sewer Surgeon, and he was nice enough to gear me out as soon as we stepped into his office here. Super awesome to have you on.
Sure.
Yeah, and super excited to get to hear your story and, talk about from rags to riches. I mean, you really have an amazing story. So we're really excited to hear all of that today. But obviously, we've been chopping it up, talking YouTube and stuff like that. He's a multi-series entrepreneur here. So he's got a YouTube channel, awesome stuff. Obviously, Chiefs fan, done some of Travis Kelce's plumbing, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so big celebrity here. So super excited to hear the wins, losses, and everything in between, man. So, kind of take it away. Tell us, how you got started into plumbing, everything.
All right. So basically, man, this is probably one of the weirdest stories you're gonna ever hear. But when I first started working in plumbing, I was doing with a company by the name of Ready Services.
Okay.
And what happened was I was only doing I wasn't doing HVAC, but I would say I was doing the back trucks. So what I was doing was I was going to power plants and I was cleaning the power plants. They taught me how to clean them. So they showed me how to do all that stuff. And then I started gradually getting into plumbing.
How old were you when you started doing that?
I would say I was about 29.
29. So, this is kind of later.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I was 29 when that started. That's how I got into the plumbing world. So I was doing that, bro. And I was doing that really good. And it had got to a point to where all the power plants were requesting me to come out. They was like, hey, we want him, we want him, we want him. So I was like, all right, cool. So it came time for me to do some other things to where I was like showing them that I could do more than just this back truck, right?
Mhm.
So I would go on to the plumbing side. And then when I would go to the plumbing side of things, they were like, the plumbers on the other side was like, hey, we want him to come over here with us. Like, this dude works. Like he's serious.
He's about it.
Yeah, he's ready. So that happened. And then it just got to a point to where my boss at the time, he was like, it was time to give me a raise. So I never asked for a raise. So I'm the type of person that I'm gonna work a whole year before you ever gonna hear me say a word to you. I'm not gonna ask you for nothing. I'm gonna show you what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Once I show you what I can do, then I'm gonna expect you to take care of me afterwards. You know what I mean?
That makes sense to me.
So I did that, man. And then once I did that, he didn't really give me a great offer. So I was just like, okay, cool. So it was the weirdest thing ever, man. And I can't make this up. The weirdest thing ever. I was like, so I'm telling myself, well, obviously, I'm a single father at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I got to make more money because I got my kids. I'm a single father, all that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, I'm gonna just start putting it out there for, job applications and see what's out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some fillers out. Weirdest thing ever. So I get a phone call and it's Roto-Rooter.
Okay.
They like, how would you like to make, $100,000 a year? I'm like, what you want me to do?
Like double IRA.
Like, whoa, what you asking? Right? And they're like, so you know how to excavate? I'm like, yeah, with a back truck. I know how to excavate with a back truck. Yeah. He was like, no, with a machine. I'm like, no. He's like, well, we'll teach you. I'm like, oh, you gonna teach me? I'm like, cool.
With the pay bud?
I'm like, and you gonna pay me? I'm like, and you gonna teach me? Like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, I'm a fast learner, so it ain't gonna take much.
Yeah.
Cool with it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So again, I never filled out an application with Roto-Rooter. I still to this day
Have no idea
how they got my number. I don't know.
Good word.
I guess somebody did.
Had to have been.
But I never gave my number and I never filled out the application. So then I get over there with Roto-Rooter. Again, same scenario. I just work. They show me how to plumb.
Mm-hmm.
They teach me how to plumb, teach me how to dig, doing that
Full plumbing at this time?
Yeah, now
Okay.
now I'm a full blown.
No more HVAC.
Yeah, no more. So I'm like, all right, cool. And they teaching me everything. So while they teaching me, I'm actually in the process of getting my license.
Okay.
So they don't know that stuff. They don't.
They
They
don't
don't.
know.
They don't know.
Right.
They just know that, hey, we teaching them how to excavate and dig up sewers and waters and gas services and that kind of stuff. I'm just an excavation alone. So I'm over here doing that. So I work my way from the grunt. The grunt, you're going to get in there, you're doing all the dirt work, you're going to be nasty, poopy, all that's going to be all on you.
Yeah.
Because you're the grunt. You got to work your way up.
Yeah.
No big deal. I don't really
Makes
care.
sense.
Because I didn't like me. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So I do my thing, man. I work my way from the grunt all the way up to the lead. So now I'm the lead guy. So now I got my own crew.
How far into the business are you at this point? How long you been with Roto-Rooter before you were a crew lead?
I'm probably like 6 months.
That's got to be record time.
I don't know. I don't know.
He said, "I don't know."
I don't know. But I was there for like I said, I was there for a year. And like I said, it was like within that 6-month time, I got there. So I was like, all right, cool, no big deal. So now I'm the lead guy. So my crew, we don't go out to eat for lunch. Like all the other crews, they stop and they go to eat for lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
So we do a job a day. So it's me and one other guy. We do a job a day. That's all I'm gonna do. Doesn't matter if I got a 100-foot pool, 100-foot dig. Doesn't matter what we're doing. We're gonna get it done in one day.
One day.
One day. And the next day we're gonna start work and start the new job. So that's what we did. So, we set a lot of records, you know what I'm saying, for the work to be done, which was fine. So keep in mind, I'm there a whole year. I don't call in to work, bro. Like I don't call in sick or none of that kind of stuff. It's got to be something really bad for me to call in. Okay. So
Dream employee.
pretty much, I mean, should be. So, of course, here's our year mark. So it's time for them to, take care of them. They steady dragging their feet about taking care of me. I'm just like, hey man, just make it right. I'm like, I produce more. Me and my crew produces more than any other crew you got here. Like, and I'm the lowest paid guy. So I'm like, oh, this ain't right. Oh, this
They
ain't
didn't.
right. They didn't. So I was like, okay, cool. So I took.
Now, did they outright tell you, "Oh, we're not going to take care of you," or just like you were kind of like,
No, they said they was gonna take care of me.
and then just
They just didn't.
okay,
So the crazy part would be like I would go on jobs with their plumbers. So what happens is when excavation slow down, like that's like the wintertime. Wintertime excavation gets a little slower. So in the wintertime when it gets slower, you can pick up jobs by going to the plumbing side of the company, right? Because it's all in one division. So we would go over there to the plumbing side, and when I get over there, right, I would be with one of their techs that's doing plumbing. They don't know I know plumbing. They just think I own on dig because they don't know I'm licensed.
right?
I'm not gonna tell them, right? Because I know how people do you. Once they know more, they like, oh, you know more, we're gonna put more on you, but they don't want to put more.
They pay with it.
Yeah, they're putting the pay with it. So I'm like, I'm not telling them nothing. So, anyways, man, that happens. And we do our little thing, man, and they didn't pay me. So I was just like, okay, well, all right, no big deal. So I take 2 weeks off. So when I take 2 weeks off, bro,
That
I
hurt.
get I would have thought, I mean, same way you thinking. Like, I'm gonna show you something, right?
A few paychecks missing.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, cool, no big deal. I'm gonna take 2 weeks off. But I took the 2 weeks off and I went and bought me a 2017 Ford Transit. I put my label on it and sewer surgeon.
Oh, sewer surgeon.
I put sewer surgeon on the van. And when I came back to work, I pulled up at work in a brand new 2017 Ford Transit with sewer surgeon on it. And when I got there, it was like a joke. Everybody laughed. It was like, it was funny. No big deal. So it was like a joke.
Yeah.
It was funny. So I was like, all right, cool.
Now, who are we talking about? Management, employees, just everybody.
Pretty much everybody.
Okay.
Everybody was. It was like certain employees that knew me, that like knew me and knew my caliber, my character. They didn't laugh. They was just kind of like,
They're like, oh,
hey man, like this is what they said. It's like, hey man, he balls him. Like he balls and just show up the rotor like that.
That is.
But I didn't think it was that way
Right.
because I'm coming to give him my 2 week notice.
Okay.
So
Okay. Hold on. Before we get too lost here. So back up.
Yeah.
So they didn't treat you right.
Yeah.
And so how did you come up with sewer surgeon? How did you decide that you were going to take 2 weeks off and buy the transit and make that jump? I mean, was it just like, did it just, like, make sense to you one day? Had you been thinking about it?
So basically, how that really happened was, man, and this is the weirdest thing ever. So, of course, I can grow hair. Of course, I can grow hair. But what happened was one day I just woke up and just had an epiphany. I shaved my head and I said, "Hey, I'm going.
You're gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. That's it.
No motivational videos, no nothing.
That was it. I just said I'm gonna do it."
No, do you have anyone in the family, entrepreneurs, or you're just like, you just woke up, you're like, "Yeah, I'm this awesome. It's time for me to."
That's it. Kid you not. Kid you not.
Okay.
I'm the type of person, bro. Like I'm a mind over matter person. So like I got a rule. I call it
Yeah.
the 90-10 rule.
Okay.
All right. What that means is I think for me,
Mhm.
everything is like physical, it's the 10% of my world. The other 90% of it is mental. So
Sure.
because I think that way, right?
Mhm.
I don't believe there's nothing I can't do. Like that's who I am.
Yeah.
That's how all this happened. I'm not even joking.
Okay, and that's so most people don't have that, by the way. They, long gradual journey, but I mean, so had you kind of thought in the back of your mind, sewer surgeon? Did you just like, yep, that's it? Or like, how did the sewer surgeon come to be?
Okay, so how the suicide came to be was this right here. So there's this guy, and shouts out to him. His name is John Bond, the sewer doctor.
Okay.
Me and him were gonna team up because we both worked at Roto-Rooter together, right?
Okay. Okay.
He left, I left, and we were gonna team up. That didn't work out. And he had came up with the idea of maybe like something like sewer surgeon. He came up with that idea. I was like, I like that, John. He was like, well, I'm gonna probably do the doctor if you like surgeon. I was like, cool. Okay, cool.
And you guys just,
That's how sewer surgeon actually came about.
well, that's awesome because he's still in business today.
Yeah.
And you guys are probably still good friends. And
Yeah,
that's
I
awesome.
just seen him the other day, and we talked in the quick trip. So forget.
So nice.
But that's how it actually happened.
Okay.
And it wasn't all right, babe, bye. But it never it wasn't never one of those situations where I was like afraid or any of that. Cause I'm like, I believe in me. Like I believe in me. There's nothing.
There's so much I can resonate with that. Like, don't believe in me.
Yeah.
That's like that hits home for I'm sure so many people.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone thinks that way though, you know? It's a small group of us.
But I mean, I get that, but that's the biggest key to being successful, no matter what you're doing in life.
Mhm.
Like if you don't believe in yourself, like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? Like you got to. Like you have to.
You get one spin around, man. You gotta get after it.
You just gotta go.
Yeah.
You just gotta go. And that's what it was. It was just like it's go time. And that's where my brain went into.
Mhm.
So, like I said, we go back to pulling up into the office
Mhm.
in my truck. And like I said, the people that knew me, they was like, "Oh, this dude balls, he pulling up in his work truck." Like
That is, but I respect it.
so when I pull up, the guys there, the management, the GM, even to this day, we're still friends. Even to this day, we're still friends.
Yeah. Is he still with Roto-Rooter?
Yeah, he's still a Roto-Rooter. So I pull up and I go into his office. Me, him, and a couple other their associates there. We pull up and they was like, hey, looking at me like, sewer surgeon. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. So he's like, Aundre, what's going on? I'm like, hey man, we discussed, pay raise, and I understand, we ain't seeing eye to eye. It ain't
Lining up.
yeah, it ain't adding up. So I was like, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks notice. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my 2 weeks now. I'll work these 2 weeks out for you, no problem. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when I get done, you know what I mean? All is well. No
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
And he was like, you don't gotta work these 2 weeks out. I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, you don't gotta work finish. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, and I'm not gonna fire you and you're not quitting. You will always be rehireable here, no matter what. I was like, oh.
You were that good.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I appreciate that. So he was like, I was like, all right, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go then. He was like, yeah, you can go. He said, but one second. I was like, yeah, what's up? He was like, so what you gonna do now? I'm like, I guess I'm finna call my 5 o'clock sewer line that I was gonna go dig and tell him I can come early now. But now I can come early now.
So you had some jobs.
Then I was already lining jobs up. I was already, so what I had done was at that time when I woke up and I shaved my head, I'd already committed. Like I committed. I'd already start digging
Oh,
in.
man.
I start digging in. I start getting on Angie's List, and I got on Angie's List and Home Advisor, right? At the
Okay.
same time, and they were sending me jobs. So I was doing that in the afternoon. So when I get off work, I would probably get off work about 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah. And Lord knows you can sell.
Yeah, exactly. so,
One problem that we don't have here.
no, so he it was one of those situations. 2 or 3 o'clock, I'm off work with Rotor.
Yeah.
So then once I get off work, I just get in my truck and I go back to work, and I would go home about 8 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? And I would spend the rest of the night with my kids and do whatever I needed to do because I was a single dad. So I'd already had jobs, and then he was like, "So what do you do?" I'm like, "To go do a swim." Like, "Oh yeah, is it our customer?" I said, "Why would I need your customers? I don't need your customers."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Yeah, you don't know my customers. I don't know your customers. It is what it is."
Yeah.
He was like, "All right, cool." So I left. I went and did my job, came back, and it was never an issue. We're still good today. Like, we're so good today. Like, if I go out on a job and say I need some help, I can actually call them,
That's
and
awesome.
they'll come out and be like, "Hey, what do you need? You know, such and such told me to come over here and look and help you out. What do you need?"
Yeah. Speaks to both of you guys. I mean, that's really like, I mean, talk about an easy, not even, but just like a mutually like, hey, like you just had to let them know more than anything that like,
Yeah.
I couldn't get the pay, so I got to go get it elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd made that call. So
Pretty much. That was it. And then, like I said, from that point on, even to this day, it's jobs that they may not do. They send them to me.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they send me jobs.
Yeah, and I mean, as you guys may know, like I do Andre's marketing, so I hear a lot of the calls, and this is so true. It's not just Roto-Rooter.
Mhm.
Several plumbers have worked for you, gone out on their own,
Mhm.
and still call you today, or vice versa, refer you to these bigger jobs. Because I mean, you're so specialized, and you do such a good job, such an affordable job for these customers. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, and then that was pretty much it. Like, from that point on, I just kept doing what I was doing. And like I said, once I got into that transit, man, I did that. And then I just kept grinding and kept grinding and kept grinding. And then eventually it got to a point where I couldn't do it by myself any longer. I got enough clientele to where I couldn't do it alone, man.
Uh-huh.
So what I did was, my big brother, he lived in Denver at the time, and he was leaving Denver and he was coming back to Kansas City because we all from Kansas City, of course.
Sure.
So he's coming back, and I was like, "Well, bro, I got a job for you." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a job for you." He's like, "For real?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pay you well, dude." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pay you real good." He's like,
Yeah.
"Bet." He's like, "Bet." So I brought him on,
Uh-huh.
and then we started working together. And then after I got him going, then the next thing I know, we got too busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I brought my cousin on. And then after that, he left and moved to Arkansas. So then that's when I started bringing in other guys to my company. And after that, it just snowballed. It just took
Yeah.
off. It just took off. It was
Just
like,
felt right.
it just felt right. Like I said, I didn't have no fear. I just didn't have no fear. That's all it was. And a lot of people ask me that even to this day. It's like, "Man, you wasn't scared? You wasn't nervous?" I'm like, "Listen, what are you gonna be scared of? Failing? Like, what are you gonna be?" I'm like, "Look."
You obviously had stuff to fall back on too. Like Roto-Rooter would have had you back, or
Yeah.
I'm sure any of these companies that you worked for a time would have
Yeah,
been glad to have you back.
of course. But I'll be honest with you.
That wasn't gonna happen for you.
That wasn't gonna happen because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm a big person of like, I'm so competitive. Like, I'm so competitive, bro.
I feel that. I
I
feel that.
I'm so competitive that it don't take much. I kind of got that Mamba mentality, like Michael Jordan. Like, I'll create a scenario in my mind that shows me that you doubt me. Yeah. And once I see that, I'm going. It's like the eye of the tiger. I'm coming.
I get the same way. If I'm playing like a board game or game night,
Yes.
it's chill and fun. No, I'm here to win. Am I participating? Because now I'm here to win.
Yes, exactly.
There's no fun to be had now.
No, there's zero fun. Not for me anyway.
The fun is winning.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. So I'm so competitive, bro. So, like, in my mind, the fact that they felt like, people laughed, it was like, oh, he ain't gonna make it. He'll be back.
You kind of liked it.
That motivated me, bro. Like,
Yeah,
the sex
let that spark under you.
Yeah, it lit a flame. It lit a flame, and people don't even realize it. And that's the kind of person I am. So like, it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I could be in a job, and this job could be giving me hell. I'm talking about absolute hell. And then you know what I'm thinking to myself? This is how I'm thinking. Like, this job thing, like, you must think you're gonna win. I can't be beat. You can't. Nobody beat me.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Make it happen.
that's what I do. Like, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Like, I can't accept the loss. Like, I don't like losing, period. So because I don't like to lose, I will go that extra mile to make sure I don't.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to this stuff, sometimes you gotta go that extra mile.
Yeah.
You just have to.
You have to.
If you want to win.
Mhm.
And I want to win.
So what out of everything, obviously you're super competitive, super motivated, but I mean, what has made you so successful? Like, if you had to point out top 3, top 2 factors, that has it been the pricing? Has it been the people? Is it just your dedicated driving force? Like, what has pushed you to the top of the market? Because you're kind of the go-to guy for sewer lines in Kansas City.
Man, you know what? If I had to like really say what did that, I would honestly say it's the people.
Mhm.
It's really the people.
Mhm.
Like, cause for me, it's about helping people. Like, that's what I
Mhm.
started this for, is to help folks.
Yeah.
Like, and so for me, it's just like, that's the biggest thing, is just being able to help people understand what I'm here for. So as plumbers, we're supposed to help people, right?
Yeah.
That's what you calling me for.
Yeah.
You need my help. So listening, listening is a whole nother,
A hard thing for me.
you know, it's an honest person you think. But listening, like listening
Mhm.
and helping, I think that's the thing that kind of like took me over the top when it comes to like being so successful, is because I go out to people's homes and I talk to them, right?
Mhm.
And I sit down with them. Like,
Yeah.
I don't just go out there, hey man, what you need? And then I'm in and I'm like,
Yeah, or show up late, or not wanting the job, not calling them back.
exactly. Like, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna sit down with you, I'm gonna explain everything to you, I'm gonna get your story. I want to understand what you experiencing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Then once I understand what you're experiencing, I'm gonna show you and tell you how we can fix this so you don't experience this ever again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's usually, well, like I said, that's the thing that kind of like separates me from a lot of people, is because most of the time when I do sit down with people, this is what they tell me. Man, ain't nobody told me that before. And I'm thinking to myself, like,
Huh?
And they have a house for what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're here for what?
And this attests to why you have almost 1,000 5-star reviews. Because I mean,
Yeah.
not only you, but I feel like your company culture is so important to your success. I mean, you have a great shop here, and the guys around you, I mean, they love you is an understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because a lot of people, I will say this, a lot of times where guys get a business, right? And they run these businesses, they kind of forget, where they came from, or it was given to them. Okay.
Okay.
So for me, from being a grunt, working my way all the way up, right?
Mhm.
It kind of takes me back to, I know what the guys are feeling like out there in the field, because I'm still in the field. Even though I'm the owner, I still go out and work. I don't have no problem with that.
I think you like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do. So my thing is, like, I know what they go through. I understand their plight. Like, I see, what's this and what's that. And then on top of that, what I do is, this is one thing that I know for a fact.
Mhm.
Like, I know all my guys are paid really well.
Yeah.
I know they pay really well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I take care of them that way,
Mhm.
because I don't want them to ever feel like I felt.
Yeah, and I mean, you've been in that boat where you're like,
Yes.
where's the money?
Yeah. Where's it at? So all my guys, I know all my crew. I know what they can do. I know what they can't do. So I won't put them in. I don't put them in bad scenarios. I
Yeah.
put them out there in a situation where they can't win.
Yeah, you
And
sign them up for success.
that's it. Like, that's the trick. You have to know your crew, know your team, and put them in position to win. And if you do that, they're gonna always be loyal to you.
Yeah,
It's just how it works.
that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Well, what are the factors that have been the hardest for you to overcome in business
Mhm.
and specifically in plumbing? Like, what are those factors that have just maybe giving you a sleepless night or two?
I will say in business, it's learning to, I would say that's a hard one really, because it's a lot when it comes to the business side of it. But a lot of it is just learning how to deal with, on the business side of it,
Mhm.
is really dealing with people.
And a lot of plumbers don't get that. But being a people person and listening
Yes. Goes a long way.
goes so far
Yeah, it
for your
does.
customers,
It does.
especially when they have sewers, bigger projects
Yeah.
where they need a little education, a little help, and quite frankly, they're scared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And when it comes to like plumbing, the things that probably has kept me up at night is like, I'll be honest, if there's no plumber that when they've done a job for the first time or whatever,
Mhm.
like when I first done the first sewer, like even though I knew what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mm.
always in the back of your mind. It's like, hey, did I
Second guessing yourself.
you gonna do it.
Wow,
You're gonna
okay.
do it. You're gonna
Okay.
do it. I don't care who you are. You're going to second guess yourself at some point in time. You're gonna do it. And when you do, you'll be like, dang, man. But then when it goes right, you like,
I knew it.
yeah,
I'm the best.
yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man. But those are the things that are, you know.
No, I love that.
But those are the things
Oh,
that,
man.
that will keep you up at night. Is like second guessing yourself when it comes to
Mhm.
doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the business side of it is just really communication. Like communication is so big when it comes to the business, man. Just being able to communicate, whether it's with the customer, whether it's with your employees, whether it's with your financing, like my tax lady.
Cash flow,
Yeah,
all that.
yeah, like it's a big deal. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And especially when you're doing marketing. My marketing guy is communicating with him.
Yeah,
You know what I
obviously,
mean?
yeah.
So it's just all that, man. That's the biggest thing. Those are like the two biggest things for me that I've learned from this situation. Like I said, is just basically
Mhm.
communication on the business side, and then like I said, that other thing is just second guessing yourself when you're out here plumbing.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
it's gonna
absolutely.
happen. I have that conversation with some of my guys that are younger. I have that
Mhm.
conversation. I'm like, hey, we'll go to a job, and then like I'll show up, and they get nervous. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, what are you nervous for? I'm like, you know what you're doing, right? Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Okay, well, stop second guessing yourself. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
You got it.
rock
It's
on.
like I tell them, I'm like, hey, if I didn't trust you, you think you'd be here doing it?
Yeah.
And then they're like, yep, you're right. I'm like, yeah, let's get it.
So you instill a lot of confidence in your
Always,
guys.
always,
Always.
always. Man, you have to. You have to. If you're not talking up your guys and keeping their morale up and keeping
Mhm.
them good, right? Um, that leaves more room for them to second guess themselves, and it gives them that little slight air of doubt to where they might feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't want that. You don't want that.
No.
You
Yeah.
you want them to feel like, all right, he sent me over here, I got this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I do to all my guys. Like I'm like, hey man, you got this. And then I'll show them, or they'll come to me and be like, hey, boss, what do you think about this? I'm like, all right, well, how
Mhm.
you gonna do it? And then they show me. I'm like, okay, would you like to know a faster way to do that? And that's what I asked them. Would you like to know a faster way to do that so you can get in and out faster? It's like, well, what's your thoughts? And then I'll show them like, that's all that experience,
You know
Charles.
that knowledge.
That's all that experience right there. I'll be like, yeah, but hey, that's what I'm here for, to pass it down. Because I believe knowledge is supposed to be passed down.
Yeah,
So that's what I do. That's why
absolutely.
there's so many other guys that I have turned out that own other plumbing companies that come from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
I believe the knowledge is supposed to be passed down. So I just pass
Absolutely.
it down and I help any and everybody. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that attributes perfectly into being successful with marketing as a whole
Mhm.
is like, I never have to worry. I mean, and you can remember this, the first few weeks we started to work together, I was like, oh, hey, like this happened. Like, did you see this from the lead? Or, maybe like, you guys had so many calls come in, one would get missed or something
Mhm.
like that. But I mean, you guys instilling all this confidence in your guys allows you guys to do free estimates, right?
Yeah.
And so like you guys are really successful with marketing because all of your guys are confident, your sales is good, your follow-up's good, everything else is good within the business.
Mhm.
And so speak to that, attest to that a little bit more, like, you know, your sales process, how your guys are so confident, all that.
Well, I'll be honest with you. So what I did when it comes to sales, this is what I did. I know I got certain guys that are confident in selling, and then I got guys who are not so confident in selling. So what I do is I got one of my crews, right?
Mhm.
The one of my crew guys, he's really good at installs and all of this, right?
Mhm.
So I put him with another guy who's really good at selling.
Mhm.
So I put them as a tag team together as a
Batman and
duo.
Robin.
Yeah. So what I do is when I put them together, Brian can go in and he can plumb any and everything you can think about. He can do it, right? But J Ron is still a little young, right? He ain't got all the plumbing part of it, but he can sell like no other.
Yeah.
He's got confidence in himself. He can sell.
Mhm.
I can tell J Ron, hey man, I need you to go over here and talk to this lady and get this job done, get it sold.
Mhm.
And he'll be like, all right, send it over. I'll send it over. He call me right back. All right, I got her signature. We going such and such day. We need to schedule it.
Yeah.
Just that simple.
That's easy.
So, but this is what I did to get him to these points though.
Mhm.
Every week we would come in that conference room
Mhm.
and I'm the customer.
Ooh,
I'm the
okay.
customer.
Yeah.
Sell me. Sell me. And I would tell him, I'm gonna be an easy customer. I'm gonna be the pain in the ass customer. I'm gonna be the concerned customer. I'm gonna be the bitchy customer. I'm gonna take it out on you because this other company did it kind of customer. I'm gonna give you everything
Yeah.
that I could think of.
30 years of customers.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna shoot that at you, right?
Mhm.
And because I'm gonna shoot that at you, when you go out here and you see that customer,
Yeah.
that's
That's
nothing.
yeah, you're probably harder on them than the customer.
Yeah. So then it's
Yeah.
so much easier for them. So they like, man, I've never seen this.
Yeah.
And you ain't even talking how my boss was talking.
Your volume isn't even yelling.
Yeah. You ain't even cussing at me like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I did
Uh-huh.
to my guys. But then I got like my brothers. So both of my brothers, right, work for me, my older brothers. And what I did was like my other brother, my oldest brother that first came on, he learned everything under me. So
Mhm.
he watched how I talked to customers, he watched how everything I did, and then he just started emulating himself.
Yeah, you didn't even know you were teaching him.
I did now. I mean, I knew he was watching me because I would tell him, hey, check out what I'm doing.
Watch this.
Watch this. Watch how I do this. Because the next time we run into this, you got to do it. You know what I mean? I would put him on the test like right then and there.
Plumbing and customer service.
The whole nine. The whole nine. It would be, I'm like, did you see how I talk to the customer? He's like, yeah, all right. All right. You sure? Yeah. Okay, good. Because the next one we go to is on you. Yeah. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, that's how you
Good luck.
that's how you gonna learn. So, and then we would do that, and he got it. So then my other brother, Sean, him was a little bit different because he ain't never done nothing like this before. He never done plumbing before. Neither has my brother Ant. But it's a little different for him.
Learning curves are steeper.
Yeah. So with Sean, at first, he was kind of like sketchy about it. I'm like, bro, you can do this. He was like, what? I'm like, yeah, bro, you can do this. I said, listen, when you go into the customer house, first thing you need to do is you need to, greet them, let them know who you are, what you're here for, and be nice to them. Okay. And then find out what they got going on. Once they tell you what they got going on, from that point on, your job is to assure that this customer that you are the right person for the job. That they don't need nobody else to come out and take a look at this anymore.
Yeah.
This is you. You are the man. And because you are the man, you got to walk in like you the man. You got to come in with that bravado. You can't come in here like, you got to get them eye contact. You can't be looking down and, you know what I mean? You got to look confident. You got to feel confident. So it probably took him about a good 3 weeks to get to that point. But what I did to get him there was I started riding with him. I would start riding with him. And then when I ride with him, I would be grilling him while we on the way to the job. You know what I'm saying?
Prep.
And I would prep him, basically.
And he's in the right headspace as soon as he steps out the door.
Exactly.
He's already live.
Yeah, he's ready to go. And then when he goes there, I would be like, all right, I'm your helper. That's who you introduce me as, your helper. They don't need to know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm your helper. And he would come in, he would tell them, hey, how you doing? How you doing? My name is Sean. This is my helper, Dre. You know what I mean? And that's how he would introduce me. And things would go like that. And then what I would do is I would sit in there and on my phone, I would record the whole entire interaction.
Okay.
So then once I record that interaction, when we get back in the truck, I would play it back from, all right, then you tell me. You tell me.
Yeah.
You tell me what you think.
Tell me when to pause.
Yeah. You tell me what you think. And he was like, man, I probably messed up there. I probably messed up there. I said, listen, what you probably did was you just didn't, you ain't believing in yourself. That's what you
Mhm.
probably just didn't do. You just don't believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Believe in what you're doing. I said, because you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Just do it. And he was like, I didn't think about it like that. I said, bro, it's just that simple. If you go in
Mhm.
with a positive attitude and you believe in yourself, then the person that you're talking to, they're gonna believe in you too.
Yeah.
That's how this works.
Yeah.
He was like, really? I'm like, yeah, bro, it's real. So like it took about 3 weeks. And then after that, psh,
Once that it's not like a switch for everybody like it is for like you or for anyone in sales or that's maybe the owner,
yeah,
but for your employees, it may take a few weeks, but at some point, it's like a light will go off and they'll just get it. And they'll have that swagger when they come into the office and when they're talking with the other guys in the shop and like
yeah.
with the customer.
So after those 3 weeks, man, this is crazy. After those 3 weeks came up, all my guys on commission, right? All my guys on commission plus salary, plus the base salary.
Mhm.
So what that means is basically they're gonna get paid no matter what. They're gonna get a base salary
Yeah, of
plus
course.
the commission, anything that they sell, right? So they fine. Like most companies, you on commission. If you don't sell, you don't eat.
Mhm.
I don't do that to them. That's another reason why my guys love me so much because I guarantee their money. Their money's guaranteed every week, no matter
Oh
what.
yeah.
As long as you show up and do your job, you don't have to sell nothing. This is what you're gonna make, right?
Mhm.
So with that being said, after those 3 weeks, I say probably about week 5, man, my brother called me on the phone. He got his
Mhm.
check. He called me on the phone. He damn near cried to me on the phone. Like he cried on the phone to me, like, bro. I'm like, what are you crying for, bro? You all right? Like, what happened? Like, I'm, I'm thinking something's wrong. You know what I mean? He's like,
Somebody's hurt.
yeah, I'm thinking something's wrong. I'm like, bro, what's up? He's like, man, listen, bro, I just wanted to tell you, man, tell you and your wife, tell sis, I just want to tell y'all, man, thank you. I'm like, for what, bro? He's like, man, I ain't never had a check this big in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, because I taught him how to sell.
And it feels so good for him and obviously for you.
Yeah,
That's gotta
it did. It did. It like, yeah, it did. What's crazy is I've heard that sentiment from almost every last one of my employees. Every last one of
Mhm.
them. Even my oldest brother, he called me. I think one week, I don't really want to talk too many.
No, no, I get it.
He, it was a, it was a,
It was up there.
it was a fat check. It was a nice check. Like you got to realize, I pay my guys weekly. I don't pay them every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
Oh, so it's really if it's a head turner, it's a
yeah, it's like 6, 7,000.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So if on Friday, so you get paid Friday, and you used to maybe 2,300. I
yeah.
mean, and then
Making that 3 times, 4 times that.
yeah, because you didn't made all these sales.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And you get this $6,000 to $7,000 check on a Friday. You like, what did I do? Yeah, you sold. That's what you did. You know what I mean? And then they'd be like, so I tell my guys, like, you can make whatever you like.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You want to keep this base? You stay at the base. You don't got to sell. That's
Yeah.
fine. But if you want to make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000, you can do that too. I got
Yeah.
one of my salesmen, my best salesman. He's been doing plumbing just as long as I have, right?
Okay.
And his name is John. And John, I think last month? Yeah.
Crushed.
Oh my goodness. He crushes every week, but I'm just saying.
It was a Michael Jordan type performance.
Man, MVP, you know what I mean?
Prime cheese performance.
Hey, I'm telling you, like it will. Yeah. He was like, he even was like, hey, Dre, I just want to tell you, man, thank you.
We'll knock on the office door.
Yeah, he was like, thank you. I was like, for what? He was like, man, ain't nobody cut me a check like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? I'm like, that's what this is. That's what we supposed to do. Like, that's what we do.
And that's the great thing about you is like you don't just create opportunities for you and your wife, and you guys do obviously very good multiple businesses and stuff, but like you create opportunities for everybody around you. You know what I mean? And you guys do such a great job of that.
I mean, to me, it's important to not just, it can't be about self. That's like, it just can't be about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, it can't be. So like, I understand that without my guys, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Where am I really? Where am I really? I'm back out there in the field, for real, back out in the field. You know what I mean?
Not when you want to be.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, it's like you can't just be about self. You have to have something greater than self. You know what I mean? That's gonna humble you, that's gonna bring you to that conclusion that, hey, if I take care of them, they'll take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
And we can take care of each other.
Yeah.
And we a family. That's the vibe I give them. We a family vibe. Like my guys know, like they can come to me for anything, bro. Like they can come to me. It don't got to be about plumbing. They can come to me about anything personal. They know I will sit down, talk to them, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what it is, and they know I'll help them. It don't matter. It doesn't really matter to me. You know what I mean? But I always tell them that's why my door is open. I'm like, hey man, whatever you need, just
Pop right in.
yeah, talk to me. I'm here. I always tell them, and they'll tell you this because this is what I say to them all the time. I'm like, talk to me. I'll talk back. You know what I mean? I tell them that all the time. Talk to me. I'll talk back. And then
Yeah, that's good.
they'll come in and they'll talk. And like I said, I help them any way I can. But they know, like, I love all my guys. Like, it ain't like, even though they work for me, they'll tell you, it ain't like I got a boss. Like, I'm not micromanaging them.
No,
I don't do none of that.
but you've trust and all that culture set up for success.
Exactly.
And that's, I mean, ultimately why you can do that and why a lot of plumbing companies can't. You know what I mean? Really attributes to the culture and the people you have in place.
Yeah, for sure.
So now we're probably rambling on a little long here, but the last kind of the main thing I wanted to ask you is like, so if you had to do it all over again, what are some things you would take back with you, and or what would you change? So like you're 29 again, just getting into plumbing, I guess HVAC.
No, it was still plumbing. It was
Still plumbing. But
If-
what would save you the most time? So speaking to the audience, what would save you the most time, or what would have something you would have done could have done it quicker, a little faster, something like that.
If I wanted to cut to the chase, right?
Meat and potatoes.
I would have probably went to a plumbing company sooner, right? I would have probably went to a plumbing company sooner, got that experience that I needed. And as I was getting that experience, I would have probably did exactly what I did before, which is probably start my license
on the back end.
Yeah. I would have did it all at the same time.
Getting paid to,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would have did it all at the same time.
Using the 9 to 5, excuse me, to fund your dream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have done as far as that goes. As far as like what I would have done that I would take back, man, that's a hard one. Cause I'm not a regret guy.
You're just, that's fine too.
Yeah, I'm just not a regret guy because I don't regret none of the process that I went through. Like
It all shapes you.
yeah, it molds you into who you are. You know what I mean? It builds you, it builds that character. So I'm not really a big regret, like, hey man, I wish I would have never done that. Cause I don't really.
Yeah. You made the best decision at the time with the information you had. That's what I tell people all the time. I'm like, you made the best choice with the information you have.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Yeah, I don't really have any regrets, man. Cause like I said, everything that I've done, I can say built me to this moment. You know what I mean? Everything that I went through built me to this. You know what I mean? And like, we're not done.
I'm not done?
No, not done. I'm not.
So what is the final vision? Where are you taking it?
See,
it's a big question.
That's a good question.
And it might change.
But realistically, I'm probably gonna go global. I'm probably gonna go, global. But at that time, I'm gonna probably change the name at that time. I'll probably change the name.
Yeah.
Go to a different brand to take it globally. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? To take it globally. But first of all, I'm just trying to conquer Kansas and Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Yeah, pinky in the brain. Trying to take over Kansas and Missouri. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One day at a time. But that's pretty much it right there, man. Cause like for me, I can't speak for nobody else, but just for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in awe when I drive somewhere and I'm in my personal truck and I'll see one of my trucks.
It still gets you excited.
Yeah, I'm still in awe about it. I'm like, I tell my wife this all the time. I'm like, you know what? She's like, what? I'm like, this is so weird. She's like, what? I'm like, because like I own it. Like we own this thing. Like this is real.
This is us.
Yeah, like this is us. So I'm still in awe of it. Like
That's awesome.
I'm still in awe of the situation. I'll be like, okay. And then she'd be like, yeah, it's real, baby. Like all them trucks out there, all them new trucks you got out there, that's all you. That's real. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, it's still, yeah, it's still moving to me. It's weird sometimes. Sometimes, because like I'm the type of person, I always tell my brothers and I tell everybody that come here, listen, you stay down until you come up. You stay down until you come up. So that's my mentality. So my head is down and I'm working, bro. Like I'm not even thinking about it. Like I don't think about it. I don't think about being a boss. I don't think about being rich, famous. I don't think about none of that kind of stuff. Like I just be like, head down, you stay down till you come up. When I look up and I see, I'm like, oh, dang, okay. This all right, maybe. Okay. That's the kind of person I am. So like when I got awards from like Home Advisor and all these things for best plumber and all these things, like I didn't it didn't even dawn on me. Like it was like, okay, whatever.
You're like, I thought everybody was doing this.
Yes. That's how I thought, you know what I mean? And then, and then I started getting cities coming to me, like Kansas City, Missouri. I work for them. You know what I'm saying? I work for Gladstone.
Some celebrities.
Yeah,
Don't want to throw their business out there, but
yeah, celebrities and things of that nature.
you've done some very cool stuff.
Yeah. So it's things like that you don't really, like for me, I don't really like look at it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like I say, it be times where like my brother will have to tell me like, bro, you know this, right? I'm like, all right. I guess my wife had
Tuesday.
Yeah, my wife does it to me all the time. She's like, babe, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. Because it just it don't really like, you know what I mean? And I guess that's part of why the blessings keep coming is because I'm so humble to the fact of like, even if I'm the type of person, bro, if I was a billionaire, I'm not, but if I was,
Close.
I'm getting there. That's all I'm saying. I'm getting there. But
Me too.
yeah. But even if I was a billionaire, bro, I'm gonna still keep grinding the way I am. Like I'm the type of person, if I see a penny on the ground, bro, I'm the guy that's gonna pick it up. Like I'm serious. I'm gonna pick up the penny. Like I'm gonna pick up the penny. You know what I mean? Like most people step over that penny, I'm gonna pick it up. You know what I mean? And it's never gonna be. I'm never gonna feel like in my mind. Yeah, it's like in my mind, I'm never gonna feel like, and this is what I train myself to be. It's never enough. It's never gonna be enough. And I ain't saying it's gonna not be enough money. I'm saying, hey, what I'm doing is not gonna be enough. I got to keep going. So I never feel like I've mastered it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like,
always open.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you hit this master level? It's got to be another level above that. I'm gonna keep trying to find that next level. And that's what I do. So, and because of that, I think that's what makes me probably so successful.
Yeah.
It's just
absolutely.
Just head down and keep going. Stay down until you come up.
Stay down till you come up. I've never heard that, but
yeah,
I resonate with that.
Yeah. That's what I do, bro. Just stay down until you come up.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment below any questions you guys might have, and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video.